How we doing, everybody?
Hola,
Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggly with It. I'm Mo,
I'm Adri.
and what are we playing today?
We are playing
Oh, you don't even have Artemis Project.
the Artemis project.
Specifically, we are playing the new satellites and commanders. But for us, this is going to be a first-time play of even the Artemis Project. So I was able to pick up a deluxe copy back when they were doing Artemis Odyssey. We meant to get this played during that week, of course, because we didn't have Artemis Odyssey to play. So, we usually play another game in the series. But we haven't gotten a chance, so this is going to be the first time that we get to play it. Plus, they did a print and play, so we were able to print out the expansion. That way we can actually preview it for you guys. And you guys can see how it plays and if this is something maybe that, you would want to add into. From what I understand, it adds a little bit more strategy as well as helps fix a few of the flaws in terms of, I think, some of the resource management and things that people had, problems with. Not want to say complaints. Complaints is kind of strong, but just issues with, right? So that said, we'll go ahead and flip it over. We'll give a brief rundown of how to play Artemis Odyssey, and then we'll go over the commanders and the satellites so you guys understand how those work as well. All right, so there we are. We are set up for a two-player game of Artemis Odyssey. And why is that?
Because
no, Artemis Project. I'm completely in the wrong game.
What did
now.
you say?
Odyssey.
Odyssey, no,
Project.
The Artemis project. Because there are two.
Because there are two players. Uno
One and two.
y
Uno
dos.
y dos.
Okay, so there's two of us here. We do have to say that this print and play did have the wrong thing here for the satellites on commanders. I think this should be like marked out, and I'm imagining this is going to be redesigned somehow because we only get this one column. But we'll go over that when we get to that. So in Artemis Project, you are doing basically a dice placement, worker placement game where you are trying to colonize, enhance. There's a whole story. Should we read the story to figure out what we're actually supposed to be doing? Mm-hmm. So Europa, the frozen moon of Jupiter. It took decades to bioform this ball of ice into a place that can just barely support human life, but that effort was worth it to get the great living oceans, to the great living oceans below. With the threshold energy shield holding in a warming atmosphere and the doorstep space force fully active, teams of stabilizers descend to compete for the leadership of this hostile moon. The submerged cavern we all call a pocket conceals all the raw materials you need to succeed. The hidden oceans are warmed by thermal vents and teem with alien sea life beyond our wildest dreams. Build your colony under the ice, explore the surface and seas beneath, and prove that you have what it takes to build this new home for humankind. The Artemis Project begins. It's got an exclamation point. So we're the head of a team of stabilizers attempting to build the most successful colony before the game ends. We're going to harvest resources, construct buildings, gain traits for our colonist staff to help them on expeditions, score victory points for accomplishing certain feats, spend our energy, all that stuff, right? Normal Euro style game. So we'll go around the board and kind of go through the different things that we can do. So the first section is the actual expedition. So on the expedition, you're going to be able to try to complete quests. The way that you're going to do that is by spinning your dice. Each quest is going to have a number at the top. I guess we can show the bottom one because I highly doubt we're going to get that far. For example, here is 8. So to complete this one, if I put a 5 and then Audrey put a 4, we've completed this quest. Since I've contributed the most, then I would be able to choose first, and then Audrey would be able to, well, I put mine first. So I would get to choose first, Audrey get to choose second. Audrey can adjust her die by adding workers. So if she added this worker, that would mean that she has a 5, I have a 5, but I'm still first because we're tied. There are other, like the commander, that could increase it by 2, which means then she has the most support for it. This also tells us how much supplies we're going to get on that round. So for example, in this card, we get 2 energy and 3 mineral. That's how much we would get. The second section are the mineral and the energy. So same thing, we would place our die out. So say I placed a 5 there. Then Audrey could come in with her 2, and she's going to bump me over. So the lower numbers always bump you out on any of the different bump scenarios. And that means that she gets to take the 2 first, and then I get what's left over. So for example, on that last card, there was only 3 that was going to be in there. She'd get 2, I'd only get 1. Same thing happens with the minerals. Basically, you put there, and you take however many your dice shows. Of course, you can be bumped out. Next are the buildings. So this is how you're going to be able to get some additional resources throughout the game by building the resources. So for pretty much for all of the cards, we've got the expansion cards on top. That way we can at least show them to you guys first. So this is one of the expansion buildings, but you'll go ahead and place out a die because I want to take that building. If I want to take that building, then I must be able to afford the building, which I put a 4 there. So I would need 4 minerals. Right now I have 3, but maybe I'm thinking we need to get some from here as well. Once I get the building, I'll be able to assign workers. Once it is completely full, then I'll be able to activate that ability on the cleanup phase. In this particular case, you can discard one of your badges that you get for your expedition, plus one of your little suitcases to basically get another building for free. That is D. Letter E is where you're going to hire new recruits. So 1 or 2, you can get 1 recruit. 3 or 4, you can get 2 recruits. 5 or 6, you can get 3 recruits. It says 1, 2, 3, but I don't know why you would never take 3. I guess it's got to say that just in case there's none. Well, no, if there's none there, then you get the consolation prize. So either way, that's where you're going to recruit. These come out of the fancy bag. There is a fancy spaceship rocket thing that came with it. It's kind of a novelty. I don't have it out because most people say it doesn't work very well. So we're just going to draw them out of the bag. And it's a tiny bag, so I'm thinking odd that he's going to be drawing the peoples. Next is F and G. So F and G are the new part of the expansion. Before it was just, well, it's F and G there as well. So F and G.
But it does not have all that.
Yeah, well, originally what you would do here is you would just come here, and on a 2-player game you have 1, 3, 4, 3, 5 player, because it goes up to 5 player. This is a misprint. You can have 2 spots. But basically same thing, depending on the value of the person you put, you're going to be able to get the engineer, the soldier, or I forget what those were, the scientists, I don't know, the purple guys. Or maybe I guess the religious guys. Each one of them then can be used during the expedition. So for example, the normal guys, they give you +1 on your die when you go on a mission. The blue guys, the engineers, you can get 2 resources of your choice if you win. The red guys, so the military, you can reduce your opponent's die by 1 or 2, but you can't go below 1. And the religious guys, you can spend with only a 1 or 2. And if you earn a reward, then you gain 1 victory point. So with that one, in order to definitely win that one, you're going to need to have a 1 or a 2. And then you're probably going to need something bigger like a 5. So you have the most points on there to still be able to win it. So very risky, they say, because you're going to be spending 2. Now with the expansion, again, this is misprinted. We don't get this column. We only have this one, but both of them work on that same column. So we can either A, do it for the regular recruiting, or we can use it for the promotion, which is, well, that's part of the expansion. So I guess we'll go over the expansion first. So the first thing are these commanders. So commanders, you can go up here and promote them. So it's the same thing. It's a battle. So if I were to send my guy up here with a 2, then Audrey were to send her guy up there with a 3. Audrey's is higher than mine. She's going to be able to promote into the commander. So now what commanders are basically wilds. They count as any type of character when you're putting them in a building. They also give you a +2 when you are doing your missions. So they actually count as a little bit better. You also need to spend these badges. So again, one way that a lot of the games got kind of stale is nobody would keep doing missions after a certain point because you maxed out the scores. Now they're fixing that for version 2, but this is another way to encourage people to keep going after those missions so you can get those tokens to upgrade to your commanders. I think that is it for the commanders. The next thing is the satellites. So the satellites are going to get a new type of die. So of course we each have a satellite die. We can choose to spend 1 of our dice to get the satellite, and we can choose 1 of the locations around the board. Then during the normal phase, when we're doing our I don't know, what's it called? The resolution phase. We'll be able to activate the die if we choose and gain the benefit of the satellite that it's on. Similarly, you can bump off your opponent. So say mine was a 4. Other dude could come in here with a lower number and bump me out. So it's kind of a push your luck, risk versus reward, because the longer your dice goes out there and gets higher, you're going to get better rewards on each of these satellites. But the longer you're out there, the easier it is for your opponent to knock you off your satellite, right? So for our satellites, we've got this one, for example, is a reward enhancer. So basically, if you win the expedition, then you get additional badge. If you're up to a 5 or 6, you also get additional victory points. This one here gives you additional resources. This one here gives you resources even if you don't have. Oh no, you get to claim a building and pay for resources to buy the building. And then that one up there was, oh, you get to take people from the bag for free. So yeah, so satellites add a little bit more variety. The only thing I didn't mention was the rounds. So it goes over the course of 6 rounds. I guess you could make it a longer game if you wanted to, because there's a lot of scenario cards in here. There's quite a few, but you only use 6. And with the expansion, we added the 4 that came with the expansion, so we're gonna be playing with those 4. Don't know if that's good or bad. Don't know if they're more complex or not.
What is this for?
This is, so in the non-deluxe version, it came with like a little tower thing that you put on top of the letter. This instead you put like that, so that way you know which one it is, which kind of doesn't fit. I need to get some heat and actually kind of see, he's kind of warped. I need to get some heat and get him to stay down. But yeah, so this is just to show when we activate the event. That's what that does. All right. So that's basically it. So we're going to keep doing that over the 6 rounds. Whoever gets the most points wins. All right. All right. So we do need to determine who goes first. How do we do that?
With our 20-sided extra life die, because we support Children's Miracle Network through donations that you can also help with using the links down below.
Yep. So we are supporting Children's Miracle Network with extra life charities like we do every year. We are around $400 and some odd right now. We are trying to get that $600 so we can do our next giveaway. So make sure you go down there and pledge. It's not pledge. Pledge is Kickstarter. Donate. Any donation now, of course, enters you in future giveaways, as well as you can enter again once that giveaway comes up if you want some additional entries. With that said, we'll go ahead and roll that die. I'm going to say odd. I always say odd. I don't know why.
Because you're odd.
Because I'm odd. 5, that is odd. So I get to go first. Now, the first player is basically whoever has the least amount of resources gets to choose who the first player is. We're just going to play it as whoever has the least amount of resources is the first player. It's just easier that way. In the version 2, what you're going to do is if you don't want to be first player, you put a resource inside of the little first player marker. And it just, and then the next player gets to decide, do they want to take it, right? And if they don't want to take it, then they put a resource in and they pass the mark. And somebody's eventually going to take the resources, right? So that's a change for version 2. We're just going to say whoever's got the least amount gets to choose if they want, or is going to be who's going to be the first player in the next round. Also, we are playing with the directives. So the directives are just basically little objectives to get additional scoring points. Real easy to add in. There is another one. There's an alien die. I did not add that. That seemed like one step too far for complexity. And it replaces one of the challenge cards. So, all right. So let's go ahead and we will get our first mission. Oh, the commanders are jumping overboard, right? So we have our first mission here. So our first mission says we get 3 energy. And 2, only 2 minerals. That's going to be tight. And then we need to put people. So people is 1 times the number of players plus 2. So that would be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So we do have some upgraded workers that have already come in on the shuttle today. All right. And, event card. Oh, hang on, we got to do our event, the pink ones. You're in charge of the pink ones. The top ones are sheets of paper, so should be kind of thin. There we go. All right, so here it is. Our first mission is from the expansion, so command lockdown. Someone back home is not happy, and for once, the bad news didn't flow all the way down to the bottom. Probably a good idea to stay away from the command barracks for a few days. All right, so no colonist may be promoted into commander by any means, and existing commanders may not accompany dice, which is fine. This is a great one to get at the beginning because we haven't done any of that yet. So that goes on F. So that's just showing that it impacts this, right? So it impacts F. Yeah, so that's kind of weird. So yeah, on the 2-player, I'm guessing G just goes completely away. Because there wouldn't be a G column, so G would just go away because it all goes off of this. Yeah, we're gonna have to see. They unfortunately the print and play was wrong, and they said on Board Game Geek that they weren't gonna fix it before the campaign was over. So I did not realize that. I realized that because I commented on the thread, but I did not realize that when I commented. I was just asking where's the print and play so we could do this gameplay. I didn't think to then reach back out to Grand Gamers Guild to say, hey, what does that actually look like? So I know how we're supposed to play. All right, so yes, now we're gonna roll. All right, so we have all of our die. And Audrey's throwing her dice at me. All right, what do I need? Oh, I can't do that one. I was trying to look at your quest if you want to, so you can. I just put mine up here so I could see them, so I know what's going on. You're gonna be building your buildings over here next to your base.
So 3 dice.
All right, so this needs 8 to complete this. If we complete this, scanners show. Oh, I forgot to read our expedition mission. So subsurface launch base. Scanners show that the energy flares coming from the area might be gas plumes, but they look suspiciously like liftoff signatures. All right. So with this one, you get a worker or move one of your dice from here to claim a satellite following. Okay, so you get to go claim the satellite. All right, as the reward. All right.
How do I participate in an expedition and make sure that I don't win anything?
Just make sure you have a lower dice than me. So. Oh, and not win anything?
Yeah, but earn nothing from it.
We can't do that one in a 2-player game. Basically, that one, this one would only be possible in 3-player or higher because only the first 2 people get something. So 3, 4, yeah. So we can't do that because fuzzball, because that doesn't work in a 2-player game. It'd be nice if it was like marked like the Hunger we played last night. Yeah. We said 5+. Yeah. They should say 3+ on it. All right. What do I want? Well, I got some resources. Now I am going to need 1 energia to maintain him. So I'm going to do I'm going to do this, and I'm going to send my worker with it. So that is a 5.
5?
Yep.
It's only 1 die.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So there we will. You will still be.
Well, I'm still first, so you wouldn't win that. So you sure you want to put that, or do you want to put a 3 or something lower? Or no, or yeah, if you did 5 and added your person, but we only need 8 total. Either way, we're both going to win something. The question is, do you care about winning one of those more than the other? We're both going to get a badge too. So
if I do that,
that's 8 win, but you had a 5. you have to either use your 2 with a person or your 4.
My 4.
All right. So that's that. All right. I don't really care for that building. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the satellite. That's not very helpful yet because we only have 1 building. I think I'll do the reward enhancer. So I'm going to go there. Oh, actually, hang on. Yeah, I don't want to use my 6. Okay.
So I need to go.
Well, wherever you want. You can recruit people. You can, well, you can't upgrade any. Yeah, you can go here to recruit better people. Oh no, this is okay. So you do need a regular person there, I think, too. I guess that's where I was confused with the regular people. Is I'm thinking in a regular game this comes down there maybe. So let's see here. Maybe I was reading the promotion there wrong. But you actually have to send a pioneer. Doorstep Academy train. Only 2. Yeah, so you do need to have a person to put there. So neither one of us can do that one right now because. Oh, you do have a person. Yeah, so you can go there to upgrade to a better person if you want.
Okay.
Oh, this also allows you to increase your die by 1. I forget. The luggage. I think I'll do that.
What did you do?
Not here.
Oh.
If it's the same, then you'll just go after. But of course, you'd get 1 because you're going, or you could go there. I don't have anything lower, so technically you would get it all. There's no point in me going
so
there.
Go there.
Wow. The 4 is not going to help me. The 6 is not going to help me. You have to place all your die is the thing, whether you're going to use them or not. Guess I'll go here.
Can I do double?
Yeah. But you're not going to get any extra resources.
And if I do this one,
Well, you can technically afford that building if you wanted to get the building because you've got 3 and you'll be getting 2 more.
Do you mean this?
That costs however much the pips on your die is basically how much minerals you have to spend to get it.
Okay, so I do this.
Was it a 2 or a 4?
A 2. The 4 is still here.
Okay. Yeah, you could do that there and it would cost you, actually it would cost you 2 minerals. Unless I decide to come over there, but I can't afford it for more than that. I can use my luggage though to rotate that. I think I'll just do this and just get 2 more luggage for later. Alright.
Can I do recruit more?
Recruits up there.
I mean,
yeah,
I cannot upgrade.
Yeah, you can go there. No, you only got 1 guy. You gotta get you some more. All right. So that is everything out. So now we do the resolution phase. Satellites. When do the satellites resolve? Oh, they're part of I. Oh no, 1. Oh, 1, 1. Okay, it's based on the number. So 1, 2, 3. So 1 is this satellite. So 1 is the quest. So I win the quest, so I can either get a person or I can move my die. My die has already won something. Oh, actually, hang on. No, that works. I don't want you to take that from me because I want that. So I'm going to move my die to here. And then the question is it doesn't. This increased it by 1 to make it 5. I wonder if it stays a 5. Probably not. So he comes back, and then I get a badge for completing the quest. And then you get a person, so you get to take out of the bag. Gain a person. You get a badge as well. All right.
I got a red person. That red person's reduce one opponent die by 1 or 2. See?
Yep. Yep. But again, that's for the expeditions. See, they're only used for the expedition. Oh, when I sent them on expedition, I think I was supposed to pay for my guy. Is it one of each resource? It shows one of each, but do I need one of each, or was it just? Nope, not buildings, not quarry. There we go. By spending one resource. Okay, so I can spend one of either resource. I'm going to spend one energy because I've got these coming. Okay, that was.
Put the energy in the wrong place.
It jumped ship. All right, let me go to number 2. So I have a 2, so I get 2. All right, now we go to number 3, and you get 2. So you just take it.
Do I just put it here?
Yep. We're gonna re-roll them. Actually, I guess I should just come off from that since we're gonna re-roll them.
Oh, right. This one
No, you're gonna re-roll it. I put it there. Sorry. Oh. This comes back because that's an instant. All right. So now we're on to number 4. So it's gonna cost you 2 mineral to build the location. All right. And then you can immediately assign your person if you want to.
How do you know it costs 2 mineral? I don't
because you paid 2. Your pip on your die were 2.
Ah, okay.
So that's where it comes in. If I want to win that, oh, it goes here. See the symbols? See. And then you can immediately put your person on it if you want. So he can immediately move into it.
Okay, let's move it.
Yep. That basically saves you because remember you have to pay energy to keep him there. All right. So Oddly got herself a building. So that was 4. 5. I'm first, so I get to choose people first. Guess I'll do one of each. So it costs 2 times the number that I want to take. I'm going to take 2, so I'm going to spend. Oh no! Oh, I can't do that. I can't do that because I won't have enough to keep them warm. So actually, I can only get 1 guy. So I guess I'll get a purple guy. All right.
I can recruit only 1?
1 or 2, but remember, you need to have enough. It's going to cost you 2 energy to recruit, and you need to have enough energy for your people so that they don't die.
So I can do only 1.
Well, and then you're going to be getting, and then you'd be getting, when you recruit, you can immediately put them inside of here. So if you recruited this guy, you can immediately put him inside. You don't need a purple, you need a regular guy. Okay. And you're going to be promoting this guy. All right, so that is 2, whoops. 2 energía. All right. So we go to here. The event doesn't impact us, right? It just says that you can't promote, right?
No colonist may be promoted into a commander by any means, and existing commanders may not.
Accompanied us, which we didn't have any. So that's why I said that was actually, it was good to pull that one out. Now that I realize what that is, I should have put it further in the deck. Although I did mix them up. They are in there. So, all right. So here you get to promote this guy. You did a 5, which would give you a purple. That gives you that. And then he goes, I think he gets discarded. The joys of playing for the first time and not remembering every tiny little rule. Academy, the academy's face and left and resolve, both are filled. Yeah, discard the pioneer from the game. Okay, so we discard him, but if we ever need more, then we bring him back. All right, so I get that. All right. Oh, I was supposed to activate this on step 1. I completely missed that. So I had a 4. I'm going to go ahead and activate it to get myself another badge, which brings my dice back. All right. So now we need to refresh. So we need 4 more. Whoops.
People stay.
4 more people stay in the bag. We need to get rid of all the excess energy. And the excess energy doesn't stay, which is kind of disappointing. The energy doesn't stay. All right, 2, 3, 3. And then we get a new building.
I got these people, regular people.
That's fine. They go here.
Oh, they go there. I thought it got.
No. And then get us a new event card. You read it?
Uplink upgrade. It says during upkeep, each player in turn order may spend 1 toolkit to decrease their own satellite die by 1.
Okay, so we can decrease our satellite die. Upkeep. Oh yeah, we forgot to pay one. We forgot our upkeep phase. Sorry. Form colonist move step, which means that you can. Oh, when this guy came, when you got this guy, you should put him here. You can move one guy during the stage. Activate your fully staffed ocean buildings. You don't have one. Pay 1 energy per colonist in your shelter. I have 2. You have 1.
I have to pay 1.
Yeah, I forgot to go through this. Pay 1 energy per colonist. Refresh the game board. Base camp. Clear expedition and add 1 expedition per player. We got that. Quarry, clear minerals. Add minerals. Oh, we messed up earlier. There should have been 2 more here. Earlier, it's the amount plus 2. So that I was wondering, like, wow, there's not a lot of minerals there. I missed the plus 2 there. So that's why I was like, wow, there's not a lot of minerals. Why would we fight over minerals? There weren't enough for us to fight over in the first round. Add 1 building per player, which we did that. Doorstep, add random colonist, 1 per player plus 2, so 4. Reveal the new event and move the event marker. So where do we go to? G, which technically does not impact us because we don't do anything with G. Yeah, you don't do anything with G. During upkeep, each player, so you can turn your die. You can rotate it, decrease it, so that way it doesn't go away. Well, again, that might not be very helpful. All right. We have the same amount of resources, so since it's tied, I guess you get to go first. Oh, roll a die. I'm missing a die. Wow, I got a bunch of lows. Our mission this time is strange signal, and that it's got a weird A, a weird S, so it's signal strange. There's a deep trench where our instruments go haywire when we go anywhere near it. Worth checking out if you can get close. So the one reward is 2 suitcases. The other is raise or lower one of your own unresolved die by 1 or 2. Adjust its position as necessary. Okay, so if you get that, if you get this, you get to rotate, you get to increase or decrease your die.
Okay, so I start by placing the low down.
Wherever you want. I mean, if you want to do that first, if you want to do this first, whatever you want.
Well, I need energy.
And that here. To maintain your purple dude. If you only want 1 energía. You only want 1 energía?
Well, no, but if I put 3. Oh, yes. Okay, ya.
Sí. Sí. I'm gonna do that.
I want to. So I need 1 person here.
You need a blue, yeah.
So I can.
But you don't have anybody to promote to blue yet. So you'd have to go get you some.
Recruit. So if I do 1, it
then
means
you can recruit 1, basically, yeah.
Pelo mío.
Alright. Actually, you can recruit the blue guy, can't you? Yeah, you can just straight recruit the blue guy. What's the lab do?
Do what?
Has a suitcase and 1 point if you control a satellite. Oh, okay. So if I control a satellite, you get a suitcase and a victory point. Well, I kind of like that. And don't forget the satellite. Maybe I should put the satellite down here so we remember there's a satellite. I didn't. The Kickstarter edition is going to have a 3D miniature, so it's easier to tell that there's a satellite. Yeah.
What is in here?
Get you suitcases where you can increase or decrease your die. Oh, which technically, I'm going to spin a suitcase on that one to make that. No, I don't have that. I don't have enough resources for it to be a 4. Never mind.
Okay, so if I do satellite, I just go anywhere?
Yeah, you choose which one you want. So this one allows you to pay for an empty building, which there aren't any. That one allows you to recruit. You may take a random person from the supply at no cost. So if you, what numbers your die on?
3.
So 3 or 4, you get to take up to 2 for no cost.
I like that.
There you go. All right. So I think I'm going to go with 3. Oh no, I can't spend resources. So 3, and I'm going to spend 1 to make it a 4. You'd have to spend your 5 and your suitcase if you want to complete that.
To make it a 4?
That's if you want to complete it. You don't have to complete it. Or you could do your 5, don't spend your 1, and then I'd be forced to spend my 1 to complete it.
I don't see what other options I have. I cannot upgrade anybody because I don't have anybody.
You could upgrade to a commander.
But who? This one?
Your purple guy. Him plus 1. You could spend your 1. I mean, you don't have to spend a high number. If you do him plus him, because I can't upgrade anybody. Well, technically I could if I want to. So if you do him and him.
But why does it say the flag? The yellow symbol has 1.
It's worth 1. So right now you're at 5. 4 plus 1, 5. So it just adds them together. So then if I wanted to be able to upgrade, I would have to spend equal to you. And if there's a tie, then neither one of us get to upgrade. So I'm going to hope you're going to be a good person. Come over here and help me with this quest. I'm hoping you come help with the quest. Gracias. And then I guess I'll just get, you're taking 3 and there's 4 there. I guess I'll just take 1 so my people don't die. Because, yeah, that wouldn't be fun.
Do I need energy for them too? Or it's just
no, just the ones that are in the shelters. Shelters are cold. They're underwater. They're not cold underwater. It's kind of weird. All right. See, now I'm wondering if this is discard 1 or the other, right? Because here, right, it's 1 resource. So unfortunately, there was nothing in the rule books that explained the buildings. In the, the regular rule book, there's the shake ship that you can get. In the regular rule book, there's a building, appendix that tells you what they do. Well, surveying rig's not going to be on here because it's a brand new one. See if there's no one that talks about discarding something. No. Gain, spend 2 minerals. Now there's this one, spend 2 minerals to gain 1 victory point. It's called pocket operations. Spend 2 energy. Gain 1 random colonist. Discard 1 to 3 energy. Gain 1 energy. Yeah, I don't know. Guess we will. Guess we'll see if we ever come across any of the other buildings. All right, so we start at number 1. So number 1, we both get a badge. We're doing such a good job. 2 suitcases, or change one of my die and then move if necessary. So I'm going to change this to a 5. Right. I think it's my 2 dice back, which means then you get 2 luggage. You get yours back. Right. So number 2, you get 3. I get 1. This one I get all 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And get minimums.
And by doing the 5, I left nothing behind. So I get the first 2 victory points of the game. 1, 2. And then because I completed my objective, I get to draw another objective. So you can continue drawing objectives as you complete them. Ooh, that's a hard one. I don't think that should be only worth 1 point.
What is it?
Send 0 dice to both. Don't go here at all.
Just for 1 point?
Yeah, that's a crazy one. Now you do have the option, and I forgot about that. We do also have the option to discard our quests if we wanted to at the end of the upkeep round. So that was 3, 4. I need to spend 3 minerals to get this one, to get my building. And then I can move my little purple guy in there. All right. Number 5. So you get to take 1 from there. It costs you 2 energy. I thought you were going to do the blue so you could fill up your base.
No, this is...
Right. And then you get to activate your die. For a 3, you can take up to 2. That's if you want to activate that this turn. Or you can just let the satellite come over here on the next turn.
Okay, I leave it there.
So,
But I have to remember. So I get the die.
you get your die back, and then it turns into your satellite die. That's what the other die is for.
Okay.
So you have your satellite die. And then so this
one I
will,
get it back.
Yeah, and then this will move over to here. So on the next turn, this allows you to, for a 3, it'll allow you to get a token if you complete an expedition. If you win the expedition. Same thing though, you can wait till it comes here and it'll turn into a 4 and 5. And as it goes around, it goes to a 6. If it gets to a 6 and you don't redeem it, it comes back to you. So you eventually want to redeem it. All right, that is you. So you were going to upgrade him to a commander.
Yeah.
So it's going to cost you 1 of your badges. All right. And so commanders are wild, so they basically count as everything. So you're good to go there. All right. So now we need to do cleanup phase.
I have not made 1 point.
You can do a move or swap of your colonists. So this is where like you could choose if you wanted to move him inside of here. If you wanted to replace one of these guys with your commander, or whether you want to just keep your commander.
I keep it him.
Okay.
I keep him there.
Activate your fully staffed ocean buildings. So that's these. Let me see if I can find those other ones that talk about discard.
Amor, I
We're
don't
not gonna get
understand
some.
this chip away. Send 3 dice to the quarry in 1 round and earn at least 1 mineral from each. How can I
You would
send-
have to have 3 dice in
Oh,
here
in there.
in 1 round. Kind of like mine was, I needed to take the last mineral or the last energy.
And earn at least 1, but I'd earn at least 1 mineral from each.
Yeah.
I don't understand
You'd kind of want to have a bunch of low numbers, like 3 1s, because then you would definitely be able to get 3. So I think you need to discard both if you want to get a free building. So that's your choice.
Discard.
So discard a suitcase and your badge to get a free building.
How many points is it going to give me?
Buildings just give you resources. It's like an engine, so you can build and get more resources.
No.
No? Okay. Pay the energy for each of your people in the shelter.
Oh no.
Oh no. All right. Clear expedition. We already did that. Clear the energy. We bought it all. Query clear. Add 1 building per player. So we're on round 3. So it's still building. Yep. So this is the last of the new buildings for the expansion. Well, before stretch goals. So this is the Starlink. You could discard a suitcase to take your die down by 1 on the satellite. All right. And then we need to get some more people out there. So 1 times the number of people plus 2, so 4. And then, yep. Then we do, oh yeah, we're supposed to add a new expedition. So new expedition, rogue arrival. This isn't the last expedition for the expansion, so we got 1 more after that. Rogue arrival. Unsanctioned travelers often go way off course and need to be rescued. The paperwork is not fun. So the rewards for this one is return any unresolved commander to its owner. And you get 1 victory point. Turn an unresolved commander to its owner. And you get a victory point. I'm confused what that means. And then you can recruit 2 people. How would it be an unresolved commander?
But is it still there?
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you put him up there, and he gives you +2. Oh, okay. So I guess you could take him back, and if you still win, then you get the 1 point. I'm guessing. So technically, you're the only one that can do that. Which means I wouldn't be able to. Well, that's or. Slash is or, right?
Normally?
Yeah, so it's return an unresolved commander to its owner or get 1 victory point. Oh, but that doesn't make any sense. Like, why would I return your commander's already being used on that one? Like, if you did your commander here, you'd be using it to get his benefit, right? So you'd be using it to get his benefit. So commander can occupy any empty spot. During upkeep, your commander gets his own move swap, so commanders can move and swap. During placement, any region, you submit a commander from the shelter along with... Okay, so he can go to any region. Okay, so that's what it is. Basically, because this resolves first, I could take your commander off of a position out here, because he can go to all positions and increase your die by 2. So I forgot about that. It's not just that he can increase it by 2 on here, he can increase it by 2 anywhere. So that makes sense. That's why for this, yeah. So I'd be like, okay, do I want to take 2 people or do I want to take your commander back from wherever you put him? Unresolved. If you put him here, I can't take him because we had to resolve him because he'd be counted there. Okay. All right. So 3 plus 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 3 plus 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. And then event card.
Piezoelectric crystals. Move all energy left in the vents, +2 from the supply to the quarry. For each mineral a player takes, they also take 1 energy if any remaining.
What? Oh, you didn't read the fun flavor text.
Oh, sorry.
This load of minerals has somehow absorbed a serious charge from the pressure of our drills. The water around them is nearly boiling with the potential energy. Okay, so the minerals got energized. So it says move all energy left in the vents. Okay, so any energy we don't take gets to come over here. And then for each mineral, you also get a energy if there's any left. Okay, that's kind of cool. So that is a regular one, so that comes down here, so we know to...
When does my person die if I don't have energy?
Yes.
When?
At the very end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I need energy? Yes or yes?
I have 5, 4, 3, 1, 6.
All
right, who had... You had the least amount of energy, so you were first player. All right, I'm gonna need a blue guy. There's some blue guys up there I can get.
So if I do 5 here, you could still bump me and get 4. So
I could
that
get
means I
up to
would get
4,
1.
which means you would get 1.
This was really bad. You
Well,
can
but
still
now you
bump
can
me?
spend. Well, you can still spend a suitcase to go to a 3 if you'd rather go to up to at least a 3. I can only bump you with a 1.
So I will get... Okay.
I can either bump you for a 1 or go to a 3, right? Which would then still be after you. And unfortunately, I need energy, and I need as much as possible. So, or if you don't pick it up, it would go over to minerals. Question is, are you not going to try to pick it up? I don't want to risk it, so I'll put mine there. All right, so back to you. That's 10. Yeah, that's a high one again. Put the 6 over here.
If I do this, then you can still...
I could do a 4 or a 1. I've got a lot of minerals though. I can't.
How can I lower this?
The suitcase allows you to increase or decrease by 1. You can take that down to a 4. All right. Because yeah, the commander. Yeah, increases by 2. Doesn't decrease. He only increases.
The commander.
Yeah. Oh, I think we played that wrong earlier. I think it's only the command row, because in a 2-player game, you have all the other guys show up here, which are easy to get. So I think here, again, we don't know because this is misprinted, but I'm thinking it says it's only the command row. I'm thinking this goes away in the new 2-player variant because you just upgrade, because you can always pick up the lower guys there. I mean, you do the upgrade earlier, that's fine. We'll keep it. But I'm thinking this row shouldn't exist at all in the 2-player variant. I'm thinking if you want reds and purples, you have to get them from there. Let's see. So I'll have... You're taking 3, so I'll have 2, which I'll need to keep this guy alive. So I really can't recruit anybody. Yeah, I'll do the.
If I help here, +1, can that be, or do I have
Yeah, no, you don't have to decrease. You can be over. It's fine. Oh
my. If you will be first.
That's fine. I will upgrade dude to a commander, I think.
My satellite, what can I do with it now?
If you leave it there at the end of the round, it's going to be 1 badge. If you don't do it and you let it move, it's going to come down here. You'll have a 4 which allows you to gain 4 resources of your choosing of any combination as long as you go into this during that particular round. So you basically take resources from here, from the supply.
Okay, I want to move it down.
Well, no, you don't move it. It moves at the end of the upkeep phase.
So I need this one.
Suitcases. You get 2 suitcases.
Oops.
All right. So I'll just pick up the last one of those. All right. So we will start at numero uno. So we did complete the mission. Whoops. I had a 6, but okay. So we both completed the mission. So we both get a badge. Now remember, you want to make sure that you stay above 1. So you need minimum of 2 not to lose points. Badges. All right. Both get a badge. I can either move your commander, which you didn't send out, so that I can get 1 victory point, or I can get 2 people. I'm not going to have enough energy to keep... Oh, no. I'll have enough energy to keep them alive. Yeah. I'm going to do 2 people. So I'm going to get me 2 people. 1, 2. Oh, good. I can use a blue guy. Right there. All right. So you do. And then you get 1 victory point.
Yay!
Oh, 1. It goes up and down. Yeah, that's weird. Because I screwed up earlier. Yeah, it should go up there and then come back around. That's weird. Okay. Number 2, you get 3. And your dice. I get 2 in my dice. You get 4.
Oh, see.
And your dice. I should just pick up your dice while I'm picking up your resources. I get 1 because that's all that's left. I get to buy that building for all of $1. Woohoo, $1. All right, where are we at? Yeah, this didn't activate because there's no energy left. So 5, you can take up to 3 as long as you can afford them. I don't think you can afford them, and you're probably going to lose 1 anyways.
Because I need to pay. How?
You have to pay 2 to recruit it, and then you're going to lose 1 per in your shelter. So basically, you're going to recruit it and immediately lose it because you don't have enough energy.
So I need to pay.
If you want, you can choose not to take the action. You can always choose not to take the action. If you don't choose the action, I don't know if you choose not to take the action, I don't know if you go up on the relief track. Whenever you gain in the relief track, usually because you had exposed die, went on a failed expedition, or outbid on buildings, move your relief track 1 space or gain rewards. Doorstep. Pay 2 energy per colonist to claim it. Is limited by the dice. If the colonists run out before the dice are resolved, any run resolved die gains 1 relief. You may opt out of taking colonists even if some remain, but if you do, you do not get any relief. Yeah, so yeah, it's your choice now.
Now my commander.
Yeah, you don't want to lose your commander. So you don't have to recruit. Yeah, that's fine. All right. And then this, so I'm going to promote to a commander. So I need to spend 1 to get the commander. All right. And then, oh, we should have done that on. Did you do this immediately? That's an immediate action. Sorry, this is immediate action.
Oh, no, I didn't.
So that way you get the suitcases and you can spend them later. All right, and we should have done this earlier, but you didn't want to resolve this for a badge.
I said I wanted to move it down.
All right, so now we're doing the upkeep. So it'll move here and go to a 4. Do a new one of these. Nada. We're on round 4, so a 4 building. So this one is you need to put a commander in it, and then you get People's Pavilion. You get 2 victory points plus 1 victory point times the
type of
people that you have. This is end of game scoring. So the top is activation, and I think the bottoms like this are end of game. All right, and then we need Moss Peoples. How many do we got? We got 3, 6, 9. Okay, so this you can only put 3 because it's max 12. So I can only put 3 more out there. All right. All the way around. Good to go. Event card, por favor. All right. New gear arrives. The conditions here beat the hell out of your gear. You would not believe the uplifting effect that a few cases of new tools can have on the morale around the colony. Each player in turn order may raise or lower the value of one of their own die by up to 3. So this is immediate. I think we're supposed to roll first. Yeah, we're supposed to roll. Yeah, we're supposed to roll first. Otherwise, how are we going to increase the value of our die? Wow, and I had a really good roll. I have 3, 5, 5, 5, and 6. Well, plus or minus. Let's see here. What do we got? 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do I want to do? Are you going to change any years? I think I'm going to take mine down. I'm going to take this down to a 3. I think. Yeah.
I'm scared to do that. What if I don't?
What if you don't? I don't know. You didn't say the magic word.
Because I go no.
Oh no, I don't think that's end of game. I think that's in the game. This is actually you do this during the game. Okay, all right. Ooh, that building's a hot commodity then, because that's a really good building. Oh, so you didn't want to do this? Okay.
No. Hope I don't regret.
All right, so I'm gonna bump you out. Now, if it had been your other die, the regular die, then you would have gotten on the relief track. It's kind of like Constellation. It's like, oh, you went there, and then I immediately bumped you out, so you didn't get a chance to even resolve it. So they give you, the relief die. All right, so, tuterno. That's gonna be hard. All right, so I'm going to go to the vents. Oh, Hacker's Hideout. Sweep the remote uplink post for hackers hardwired onto the feed. Sometimes their coding can provide interesting advantages. Okay, so it allows you to plus minus the satellite die, or get 2 victory points. Oh, we didn't even pay attention. I should have gone first. I had less resources than you. It doesn't matter. I don't care. You can go ahead. Technically, the only difference would have been this. I would have gone there as well. So that's fine.
And here, I went here.
Well, technically, no. That still would have been the same. Because I would have gone to the satellite first. You would have gone there. So that's fine. So now I've got 1, 2, 3. You've got 3. So now it's my turn again. I'll go to building. I need blue guys.
I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to do with this. Here? Maletin?
Can't do that one either. Well, technically you can. Technically you can. But we would have to not buy a building in a round. So, buy 2 buildings in 1 round by outbidding other players to win them. So, we'd have to have a round where neither one of us bought a building, so then you could outbuild. It's kind of a hard one. However, would you have wanted to, during the upkeeps, swap these out? Because I keep forgetting that. During the upkeep, you could have swapped those out.
No, these are being complicated for me.
Well, no, then you would want to swap them out. Okay, here you go. Give me these 2. Maybe those other 2 are better for you. Mine are easy. Mine technically are not that bad.
What is the events?
This. All right. So number 1, we completed the quest. So you get 1. I get 1. You won. Do you want the 2 victory points, or do you want to reduce my die by up to 2?
I want victory points.
Mm-hmm. So 1, 2. Which means I'm going to increase my die by 2. So I was at 3, so that puts me at 5. All right. 2, 3. So this all activates now. So you get 3. I get 1. Plus, I'm going to go ahead and take another 5. You get 4. So what's your thing on the vents?
Send a 6 on the vents and earn all 6 energy from it. You will have to have 6 in all of your dice.
Well, no. You would need... There are cards that have force. You'd have to have a card. That one's harder too, because you'd have to have a card that comes up that's a 4, right? So then it adds 2 to make it 6. A 4 or a 5 plus 2 to make it 6. Yeah, that's a hard one too. Holy cow. I don't think these directives are very easy. Like, technically, even mine. Hire 3 pioneers from the doorstep at once to get 3 points. Send 0, that's just a hard one to begin with. All right, so the building, so 5, that's all 5 of mine. So I take the building, and then I can put my commander in it. Yes, commander. All right,
and this one says spend 3 toolkits to modify 1 die.
Up 3, yeah.
So if I get like a 5 or a 6,
you can make it a
then
2 or a 3 or vice versa. Make a 1 into a 4. That one's actually kind of easy.
That one is easy.
Because you've got 3 toolkits. All right, so you are 2, so you get to hire 1. Oh, did you take this toolkit?
No.
What color do you want?
Transit using a blue one.
So I'm going to go ahead and do my quest, I think. So, because I can do it. So 3. So I need to hire 3 pioneers, which costs me 6. They're all going to die, but that allows me to finish my quest. Get 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3. Then get me a new one. Spend your last mineral buying a building. Oh, I just did that. Oh, I just did that. All right, so I got all my dice back. You got all your dice back? Yep. All right. Perform 1 colonist move or swap. I don't have anybody I can move or swap. Yeah. I don't think you have anybody you can move or swap. Activate your fully staffed ocean buildings. So, oh, I did control a satellite. Now I don't control a satellite. This one I do have. So this one I get 2 plus 1 times the number of, I don't know how this works. This doesn't make sense.
1 per each.
1 times each. So 1, 2, 3. So it's 5?
I don't know. Plus 1
That's what it looks like.
for each type.
Yeah, for each type. Times, or is it times set? And that's the problem is, again, we don't have these defined. Colonist sets. So this is colonist sets here for end of game. So I wonder if it's got to be a set. They were saying times the set. I'm thinking it's time the set. Okay, so I have 1 set. So it'd be 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. You can activate your building. Discard a suitcase and a this to get a building.
CC building.
All right. So yours needs a purple and a commander. So you could go ahead and move your commander if you wanted to. You need a purple guy. You'll basically get 2 victory points and then immediately upgrade a character, max 2. Also, you can upgrade your characters. Upgrade your pioneers.
This is pioneers?
That's the upgrade action. Yeah. So you can upgrade a maximum of 2. The lightning bolt means that it's immediate, I think. That immediately takes effect. Where's our iconography? Iconography.
Normally that is what it means in the games.
Yeah, well that means immediate though, the exclamation point. Yeah, right here's okay. Train 1 colony to discard a colonist from anywhere in your colony and gain 1 of the colonists remaining in the academy. New colonists may go to your shelters or building room. 1 victory point for each marine, 1 victory point for each steward. Gain expedition. Do any of these have that symbol? Because then I can look up what that building does. There we go. So the Shadowcat Garage has that symbol. So Shadowcat Garage. Gain 2 victory points. Also, special timing. If your Shadowcat Garage is fully staffed at the beginning of the final scoring, before you score anything else, you may spend toolkits to make extra move swaps at the rate of 1 toolkit. Moving any staff out of the Snowcat means you no longer do this. More than 1 player in Snowcat they can act. Okay, so that says before okay, so that's final scoring indicator, the lightning bolt.
Oh.
So at the end of the game, you can upgrade your pioneers, which then would be able to get you sets for the end game scoring. Okay, so that makes sense. But you still get the 2 victory points every time you activate that. So, which technically you're now fully staffed because you put your guy in there. So you get.
I just need some purple.
Yeah. Need a purple for your set. All right, so we did that. We did that. Pay energy times the number of people that you want to keep alive. For you, that is 1. For me, that is 2. All right. And refresh. So this goes away. Get a nuevo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4. Nuevo building. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so all 4. Make it fun. All right. And event card. Oh yeah, the satellite comes off. Rising through the ranks. We get lots of ambitious pioneers here. Most of them lose their enthusiasm after a few weeks in the relentless cold, but the ones with the real ice in their veins can rocket to leadership positions. Any pioneer sent to the academy has a promotion value of 3 instead of 1 to be promoted. Okay, so it increases the value of our promotions. So it makes the pioneers a 3, so it makes them more valuable to promote. Okay, I have 0 resources, so I guess technically I win. Oh, yeah, please go back underneath. All right, roll. Roll. Do a roll. You want to roll? You don't have to roll. It's gonna make it very hard to buy things. All right. All right. I need resources. What do we got? 1 round left? Yeah, we got 1 round left after this.
How do we know?
That card.
Oh.
It's only 6 rounds total. I can't not afford not to. Well, no, but I'd lose them. Maybe I can do that. I can do that on the last round. So I'll do that.
See? Bump. But it's
Do you
still
want
like
one, or do you want to spin your 3 suitcases? Well, if you spend your 3 suitcases to do your quest, then it would make it a 4, and you'd be after me. So you'd get the victory points, but you wouldn't actually be getting 4 resources because you don't bump me. Or you could just spin your suitcases on something else. You could just send the 3, yeah. Yep. So I have 1 set, so I don't wanna lose my set because I'm gonna lose my bonus. Spend your last mineral to buy a building. I don't have any minerals. Oh, hang on. During your upkeep, did you want to get rid of that and get a new one?
Yes.
I'm okay with both of mine. I'm not particularly
Become
disliking
exposed by another player's die placement.
That means push. Something I have to push.
So you need to push me.
Mm-hmm. Which technically I could do right now. No, I placed my second die. I am going to buy own building. Oh, that needs a lot of people though. Well, I don't know if I can do that. Oh, now I gotta think of what I need to do to get that to happen.
Mm. There is nothing I can do there, right? Because I don't have
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can promote to a commander if you want to get rid of
this
your blue
one.
guy. Yeah. So that's worth 2 plus whatever die you attach to it. And then you have the quest.
So, see, does that make sense? 1 plus the guy.
That'd be 3 total. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm gonna spin both my suitcases, turn my 3 into a 5. And that makes that 8.
So in this one, can I to make this one? Can I spend my toolkits to make this no, a 2? And then I place it here?
Oh, to go all the way around? To go to 6 and then back over?
No, I mean, it's 5.
See. But if you spin, it'd go 5 to 6 to 1 to 2. I think you can go around in a circle when you spin your suitcases. Let me see here. Suitcases.
Oh, but the suitcases do
toolkits.
too.
If you have any toolkits, you may spin them to alter your die. Each toolkit spins allows you to add or subtract 1. You may spin multiple toolkits to alter the die number of times. You may not reduce the die below 1 or raise it above 6. Yeah, so you would subtract 5. So you'd subtract 3 from 5 to make it a 2. Yes.
So I complete this one.
Yep. So that gives you 2. And since you complete that, you get another one. All right. And then I'm going to bump you. So I just bumped you, so you just completed the other one.
Yay. Yes. For
1,
bumping.
2. I needed it. And it gives you another one. Now you're getting the quest done. All right, you're me now. Suitcase. I don't know.
See, I don't have suitcases.
That's an immediate suitcase. Well, you keep it here, but then you take it back. All right. So now we resolve. Nobody did the quest, so no quest para ti. You get 3.
I have no clue what this means.
You get 3. I get 2. I get 2. You get 2. Holy cow, more. You should buy a building or something.
Maybe.
Oh man.
But this is
I need to spend 2 to get this building. And by doing that, I spent my last mineral, so I get 1 point.
Were you on 10 or 8?
We're on the same. Roll 9.
Don't forget it is up, down, up, down.
Oh yeah, 1. Or no, I did
I don't remember if you were on 8
No,
or
I was on
10.
8. I was on 8. I went down. Okay. Complete an expedition all by yourself. Ooh, well, for 1 point. 1 whole point. All right. I get to recruit first, so I'm going to spend 2. Oh yeah, I can move this guy later. I'm going to recruit him. Put him there. And then you can recruit either 1 or 2.
I need 1 purple.
So that's...
And it is a normal one?
Yeah. So that's 4. All right. Mine beats yours. I'm at 8. You are at 3. So since you didn't get anything, you do get to bump up on this finally. That's the first time we've moved on this track. And then I get to promote my guy to a captain. I'm going to put him there. I do need to spend a badge to do that. All right. So that is all that. So now we can take a move action. So I'm going to go ahead and move this guy out of the shelter there. You have nobody to move. All right. So then we activate our buildings. So I do not control a satellite. 2 plus sets. I no longer have a set because I just promoted that guy, so I just get 2 in the bedroom. 2. 2. Oh, maybe the middle is okay. I think that is. I think anything in here maybe is in game. No, I think in game's a little lightning bolt. Gosh, we're scoring. Don't even talk about the cards. Saved energy, saved minerals. Fully staffed. Each fully staffed service building or colony scores VP as described on the building tile. Oh, surface building. Oh, that is end of game. Dang it. So this surface buildings are end of game. So you lose 2.
Huh?
I
Because they
lose 3. Yeah. This is end of game. Surface buildings are end of game. That's what I thought they were. I'm trying to figure out why that. I'm trying to figure out what that is. I guess it's before end of game scoring you activate that. Okay. Yeah. All right, so we're tied. Yeah. So the only building I can activate is this one if I control a satellite, and I don't. You can't activate. Well, you can choose to activate that, but then you're going to start losing points. Oh well. All right. So that's that.
No me gusta.
No me gusta. All right. Hey, there's the quest that you needed earlier.
Oh.
7. And and it gives you resources. This would be much better earlier in the game.
My minerals are no longer fit in the box.
You might need to spend some on a building. Considering buildings are end of game scoring and this is the final round, that's probably the best bet. 3, 6, 9. 3 más. Let's see here. All right, roll our dice and give us an event card. I have no backpacks either. Mining ship arrives. These folks will haul out to the edge of the galaxy to turn a profit, but they don't come around often. Each player in turn order may pay 2 minerals to gain 1 VP, up to 3 times per play. Ooh. Oh, man.
Okay.
You're going to get to spend all those minerals for
To
victory
make one.
points.
But it says maximum.
Yeah,
3.
maximum 3 points, but you can spend 6. You've got tons of extra. Oh, wow. That came out as an advantage for you
Now?
to have all those. Well, no, when we get to that phase.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not happy with that. What's that building? Anybody plus 2 blues gives you 1 victory point plus 1 victory point times every 5 minerals. Maximum of 3. Huh. Okay. I have the least amount of resources. I guess I'm going first. I don't know what I want to do. I have no resources. Inspector Gadget. Maybe. Dang it. I need a red. I was trying not to get any. I was trying to complete my quest at the same time, but I get same number of points by getting a set of people. Over there.
This one I do.
Hmm?
This one I place the die, and then it costs that plus. How is it?
That's how much minerals it's going to cost you to buy that. And then you are going to need one more blue guy, so you'll have to recruit a blue guy, so you can activate that at the end of the game. All right, I need a red guy, so.
And here, I don't know. I know. Wait, I need. It's for my quest. It says successfully pay to warm 4 or more colonists in your shelters.
You're not gonna have that at the end of the game because all these are gonna get put inside that building at the end of the game.
So I need to have 4 here at the same time, and just I have to finish the game right there.
Yeah, which isn't worth it because that building would probably give you more points, right?
So then,
no, maybe not. I mean, that building might not do any good.
Okay, I'm gonna do this one.
Oh, send a steward to the academy and train it to something else. Oh, okay.
Who's the steward?
The red guys. Or the purple guys. Purple guys. Yeah, so you can use the academy for... you can use the academy to actually change anybody into another thing. In our case, in a 2-player game, it's basically making them into a commander. So I'm going to do the satellite. Which satellite do I want? Oh, it doesn't matter because I'm not gonna redeem it anyways. That's fine. All right. All right, that's it. That was my last one. All right. Okie dokie. So I completed this by myself. So I get 1 victory point for that. Probably not a reason to get this because I highly doubt it. Spend a 1 and no other dice on an expedition and earn a reward. But I do get both rewards. I only get one of these though. But I do get 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. Those are worth 1 point per 5 at the end of the game. That's where that building is really helpful because that building would allow you to get both. Right? So we come here. You get 1. I get 3. All right. There, 6. You get all 4. Now you can choose to do the quest, which is basically every 2 gives you 1, which is better than in-game scoring. Up to 3, so 2, 4, 6. Give me 3.
I can do that too, see?
Yeah.
Okay, 6.
Yeah, I got you. All right. Go around to the building. So it's going to cost you 4 to buy your building. That's a top building. Above ground building, I should say. All right. Go over to recruiting people. So I need a red. Spent my 2. You need a blue. Oh, you're getting all 3?
2.
Oh,
Because I had a 4.
yeah.
So can I put him now there?
Yeah. When you recruit them, you can immediately put them in their buildings.
On here.
You'll move him at the end.
Oh, go.
Right. Y 4. All right. You already did that. So that is it. All right. So that is that. So now we do our colonist move or swap action. So I have nothing I can move or swap. And you want to move your blue. All right. Activate fully staffed buildings. So if I control a satellite, I get a toolkit and 1 victory point. And then this one here allows you to take a free building, but you're not going to be able to populate it, so it kind of doesn't do you any good. Pay 1 energy for colonists in your shelter. All right. None of that matters because we're not going into that. So now we're going to go into final scoring. All right. Final countdown. So Artemis. Spelled Artemis completely wrong. All right. So we have resources. Staffed. Buildings? Yeah, buildings. Sets. Leftover. Badges. We don't need no stinking badges. And then whoever has the most toolkits. All right. So the first one is every 5 of any resource, you get 1 point. So you get 1 point.
Okay, but then...
That's fine. We'll get to the buildings. Yeah. Fully staffed buildings. So for my fully staffed...
So wait, this already counted?
No, they counted. Just leave now. They're there. They're just your resources. You'll count them again here.
Oh.
You get double points on them.
Oh.
That's the benefit of that building. You're getting basically double points. So I have 2 plus 1 set, so 3. And then I get 2 there's 4, 5. Oh, again, I'm doing it here. Force of habit. There's a score tracker on it, and I'm using the scorebook. All right, so I got 2 plus 1, so I got 3. 1, 2, 3. And then here I got 2 plus 3 if I have the most badges. I do, so 5. Oops. And then the 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. That's better. All right. So I did mine. For your building, you get 2. Plus, you can, before this happens, upgrade a person to make another set. But you're not going to really be able to make another set. Like, you could upgrade it to a purple, but it's...
Or a red.
Or red, but you need another...
Purple or red.
Purple or red to make a set. Now, leftover, the leftovers? Do you get more points for the leftovers? Leftover for every group of 3 colonists that are not part of a set above. Oh, that are not part of a set. Okay. So yeah. So upgrading a person doesn't do anything plus or minus. So you get 2, 1, 2, and then you get 1 plus 1 because you have 5. So 1, 2. All right. Number of buildings. So I have 4, so I get 2 points. 1, 2. You have 3, so you get 1 point. At least you have one, because at 0 to 2 you lose points. I didn't know you, or you get 0. It's not lose.
0 points.
This is lose. That's not lose. Sets. I have 1 set, so I get 1 point. And you have 1 set. Oh no, it's 3 points. 1, 2,
1
3.
set of people.
Of all the colors. Yeah.
1.
1, 2, 3. All right. Anybody that was not a set, so we can basically take them off now. So every 3 that's not a set, so 1, 2, oh, commanders counts as everything. So technically, hang on, commanders counts as wild. Remember? So actually, you would have upgraded him to a red, right? Because now then for your sets, you would have had
commander would be purple.
Purple, yeah. So you would actually had 2 sets. So 1, 2, 3, which means you have nobody left over, right? 1 set. No. Well, you don't have 3. You would need 3. You've got 1 left over. Oh. I have exactly 3 left over, so I get 1. Badges. For 2 to 4, you get 0. For 4, I get 0. So both of those are 0. Even though I got 4, both of those are 0. Most toolkits gets 2. 1, 2. Circle ball. That's it. 2 points.
Did we add this? See.
Yeah, we were adding those as we went. Yeah. 2 points. That was the difference in the game. 2 points. All right, wasn't too bad. All right, so let's go ahead and switch over, and we will do our first impressions. All right, there we go, guys. That is the Artemis project along with the satellites expansion. So we're going to go ahead and give our normal first impressions of the game. So the first thing is the components. Now, this is the deluxe edition. We can't really give our first impressions on the expansion because it's a print and play. However, I saw what was on the Kickstarter page. They're going to have a nice mini tutorials for the satellites. These are, of course, going to be standard card stock. The commanders are going to be just like these guys. Are going to be very, specific stylized meeples. So in terms of that, everything's really great. I like the component quality. Everything's good. I like the art, the graphics. I like the little stories on the mission cards and the stuff there. The tiles work for the buildings. I mean, everything's great. I mean, there's not really anything wrong with the components. The rule book was fine. I mean, it explained things. It's got the appendix in the back, which is nice for the buildings, so you know how the buildings work. It does have some of the iconography in here, but it, like for this little activation symbol, it didn't explain what that was. So we were figuring it out that this means do it before scoring, right? So you can do whatever you have to do. Yeah. But otherwise, I mean, no, I think the components are good.
I think it would be nice to have a player aid with the bottom part, which is the order of the phases and the phases.
A phase player aid, yeah, because I had this over here and I could read it, but yeah, without the phases, I would say on the board, like on your board, you could, but yeah, a card would be helpful. Player aids are always useful, right? And they make the game easier. All right, so the next thing is the mechanics. So the mechanics in this is basically dice worker placement. The difference is the bump mechanism, which is a little bit different. The exhaust bump mechanism is a little bit different. And then the way that the bidding systems work, like when you go to do bidding on the buildings, how you spend the resources. What did you think about we've done a couple of dice placement games.
Yeah. I like it. That's something that I like on games.
You like worker placement?
Yeah.
Yeah, the fireworks are going off. So people are already doing fireworks. Bella's probably not going to be liking it. And this will go from Memorial Day all the way through Veterans Day. I don't know if Florida...
Or 4th of July.
Well, definitely during 4th of July. I don't know if fireworks are legal in Florida, but either way, mechanics. I like the mechanics. I think everything works pretty good. I've got a critique, but I don't think it's mechanics that I have a critique about. I think it's more the fun at 2. It kind of more lies into that, so I'll bring that up in there. But no, I think the mechanics are fine. You got your normal dice rolling. You have ways to mitigate your dice rolling with both your suitcases, your worker, and then of course now with the commander, he can mitigate your dice everywhere. I don't think we used it for any of that, but that's a nice added thing that you can do is he gets to mitigate and change the dice values. These satellites are kind of nice. It's got that little push your luck, how long you want to keep it out there. I think, and this might kind of go down to the 2-player too, I don't think we fault over them except for that one time. So I probably in higher player count, the satellites make a bigger factor in terms of where you want to go. Also, you look at your placement spots are going to be more restricted as well, right? All right. The next is the difficulty. What did you think of the difficulty?
I don't think it was difficult once I kind of understood how it goes, but
Went through a phase.
it has a lot of things to do and pay attention. Well, not to pay attention to, but
Planning.
Yeah, planning, exactly.
Because that was that one move that I made where I had to, in order for me to populate my building, I needed to make sure that I won the commander and I recruited. And if I couldn't win the commander based on what you put up there, that ruined my entire plan. So when you put a low number up there, I was like, good. So I went ahead and added some toolkits because I knew I needed to keep higher than you and you still had a 5 left. So you could have gone up there with your 5 with a different guy, increased that die, and taken out the commander. Because if I wouldn't have had that, I wouldn't have been able to do my chronicle, right? So yeah, it definitely, the difficulty isn't high in terms of the overhead, considering we're playing for the first time and we added the expansion, and it really didn't feel that difficult. I wouldn't say the difficulty is too high for the base game. I wouldn't maybe say introduce a new player with the expansions right away. Probably just start with the base game. I think it is a good entry level dice placement game. All right. Fun at 2. Did you have fun?
It was fun at 2.
It was fun too. I think there's still, you still get a little bit of that, fighting over places. But I do feel like we each got to kind of get what we wanted most of the time. There was very few times, with the resources where we didn't. I went after buildings and you didn't even go after them at the same time. We like playing co-op, so we both kept completing the missions, the quests.
When you had to complete it by yourself.
But you kind of needed to though, because the commanders, you need the badges, and if you don't complete the quest, you're not getting the badges. So it kind of made sense to complete them. These satellites, and this is what I was saying with the satellites, we did not fight over the satellites, so I felt like that was kind of a detriment to the 2-player. And then the other thing, dang it, now I lost what I was going to say. It was the mechanics. Something else about the 2-player.
The objectives that were some that said...
Yeah, there were objectives that were definitely harder at 2-player.
I had one that said... I had to be not exposed, but I had to be...
you had to lose the expedition. It was like the very first one, right? It was participate in the expedition but earn nothing from it. Meaning you'd have to have 3 players, and it didn't say that this would work in a 2-player game. I remember what it was about it. The resources seemed very, very tight. Like, we didn't get a lot of people recruited, and we didn't get a lot of resources sometimes. So it was like I couldn't recruit more people than I wanted to, because 1, I didn't have the resources to do it, but then 2, even if I did have the resources to get the people, I couldn't keep them alive, right? So that was one of the things with the 2-player, is because you only draw 1 times the number of people, which is 2 minus 1, so we're back down to 1. I think only having 1 expedition kind of hurts the 2-player. In my opinion, I think there should be 2 of them out there. That way you get the resources.
Yeah.
I think that would make it more fun for a 2-player game, because then it would be 4 and 2, so it'd be 6 plus 2, so it'd be 8, right? You'd have a higher chance of getting more resources. And by having more resources, especially, for example, the minerals, then we might have fought over the buildings, right? Because it was like, oh, I got 20 minerals and you got 2. I'm definitely going to go, you know? But it's just weird. I mean, but at the same time, it did keep it very tight in terms of recruiting the people to get them into our buildings. And because of that change where this is only for upgrading to commanders, you have to go over here to get your people. Now that might change. The rule book is still prototype rule book, and I looked on the Kickstarter, it's still the same rule book because it links to the same place on their website. This might still allow you to do upgrades, but according to the rules, it says on the 2-player side, it is just the commander pile, meaning you can only do the commander action, which forces you over here to get your colors that you need. So again, that could be something that's bad at 2 players because you're relying on the right colors to come out in the what do they call that? The doorway, the doorstep. Yeah, I mean, I liked it too. I'd play it again. There's lots of variability. We didn't even get through. I mean, there's all these extra event cards. The buildings. I mean, this is still the stack of buildings, right? Even the quests, the expeditions. And we still have all these expeditions. So there's plenty more here, especially at a 2-player because you don't get through as many of them. So I could see that, there's a lot more that you can do with this game for replayability. The last thing was the theme. So the theme is we're on the moons of Jupiter. It's cold. And we're trying to
keep our people alive
and go down here and see the pretty fishes. Now, the only thing they talked about was the bioluminescence, and they talked about the ocean animals, and there's no ocean animals down on the board. Oh, here's one. There's one right there. There's one ocean animal in this whole thing.
What is this?
That's a submarine thing.
It has arms.
It's a submarine thing with arms, so it can grab rocks and stuff off the bottom of the sea, I guess. I mean, I get a little bit of theme from it. I get the theme is involved in the shelter. If you got to keep them warm, you got to spend energy there. I don't feel like I guess I'm building because you're building your tableau with the buildings that you build, the buildings that you buy and you bid and you build. It's a lot of bees. I don't get the underwater aspect. The flavor text helps, right? That they all have little flavor text when we remember to read them. So I feel like it's got a little bit of theme that goes with it. You?
Same. I think it would be nice if, I remember Clank. Things that can happen when you are underwater and things that happen when you're not. So something like maybe any change regarding how much you spend when you are...
Well, and maybe some of the event cards do that. Right, because that's what the event cards do. Right, because there's the jelly swarm. So there's an event with jelly swarms. Despair sets in because you're underground. Dress for the job you want. They're up in the snow. Oh, tentacles from the deep. An octopus that captures you. So yeah, so I think the event cards kind of would bring that in where things happen. And they kind of, the thing is, I don't think most of these were bad. I mean, I guess some of these could be bad. Oh yeah, each player must lose 2 minerals for every building they own if it's not fully staffed. Ooh, so there are bad ones too. We just happen to get mostly good ones.
Nice ones.
I think the bad one we have was the captain promotion. And then do we have another one that was a bad one? I think that was the only one, was the captain promotion. We got it at the very beginning, so it was no big deal. Yeah, the no promoting. Oh, it was the colonists can't be promoted. And then, no, that was a bonus. They counted as 3. I think that was the only one. Yeah, that was a benefit. Command lockdown was a bad one. That was an upgrade. That was a good one. That was a good one. That was a good one. Yeah, I think we only got one bad one. So I think that would make a little bit more thematics too, is like you were saying, is the ones that are like, okay, you're under the water, you're under this. I think Thematically, though, you would only want the underwater events to come out when you're in 1, 2, 3, because you're building the underwater stuff. Versus that, although I guess you're always going underwater because you have the minerals and the energy. You're getting those from under the water. So I guess you're technically always underwater every round. But anyway, a little bit of theme there. The flavor text helps. I guess that's it. Any final thoughts?
No.
All right. So if you guys want to see more Kickstarter preview content, what do they need to do?
Subscribe.
Subscribe to Fireworks.
Activate notifications.
Notifications.
And
all that
that
YouTube stuff. But until next time, guys.
Adios.
Peace.